What's up, motherfuckers?
I look oily as fuck. God damn. Got my Rudolph on.
Sunshine, raindrops. What up, y'all?
Hope everybody's off to a great start this week. You know, what this is. It's Thursday, ain't it?
Yeah.
One day past hump day. We almost done.
Man, I'm done. No, I got to go
you
back
off
Saturday.
tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
I got tomorrow, then I'm done for a couple of them. And then might be 3 of them, depending on how that night go on Sunday. No, I ain't going to.
Okay, Twana.
Like, I ain't gonna make it.
Right. How y'all feeling today? It's nice outside for those who's in Illinois. Kind of hot. What it was like 80, 90 degrees today.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely was doing something.
Shit,
Too bad we was at work.
102 in that damn truck.
Whew. You had AC though.
It's still hot. Turn it off, it'd be over in the back.
Oh, no, yeah. I was doing that yesterday. I was in the back of the truck. I was like, fuck that. I gotta sit down. We'll separate these packages once we get to the people. Yeah,
no, hell no. I could even give me extra shit like you did me.
What did I give you? 54? I did that on purpose.
I felt like this motherfucker probably like, you close by. Hell no. Let them do their own shit.
56, I ain't know I gave that to you.
Nah, but that was right across the street though.
Not bad. You know.
But, you know.
We came on here to rant about our funky ass job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tell these... That's going to be our whole topic for the day. Tell these funky ass people. Tell these employers, man, they be doing too much. Like,
man. For
real, like, they ain't got no boundaries. They ain't got no boundaries, man. They want you to clock out and still work for free and answer your phone that you know what I'm saying,
you pay your bill. Right.
Pay your bill for. They want you in them 24/7.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No time off. And then when you do ask for time off, they look at you
like you committed a crime. What? You want a day off?
Right.
You want to go rest? You want to go take care of personal business?
Right.
Yes.
Why? Like, what?
I need some documentation. Damn, nigga, to go to the grocery store?
What you want, the receipt?
What you want?
You gonna pay that bill?
Right. You finna reimburse me?
Right.
Like, come on.
Yeah, they sure be acting like that, man. And it's like, they don't realize, like, y'all got these old-ass rules. And I'm speaking on our job. You got these old-ass rules where 50, 60 years ago, you know what I'm saying, people came to work, they hustled and bustled and did all that stuff. Not saying that it's a bad thing. But you gotta think. Now people got side hustles and they making millions of dollars off side hustles. Like, they wasn't doing that shit back then. They wasn't thinking about passive income and, you know what I'm saying, extra revenue and, you know what I'm saying, opening up and starting their own business. Well, they was, but not to the extent that they doing it now. You know what I'm saying? Or people making it big, going to the NFL, NBA and all that stuff, or rapping and music or modeling, like whatever it is. Or, you know what I'm saying, YouTube. Influencers and shit like
TikTok.
that. Right. Like, or investments and stuff like that. People weren't making that much money off of that stuff. And if they was, you know what I'm saying, they still was like, you know, I'm going to keep my job or I'm going to put it away. I'm going to do this. Nah, these people, like, money is coming like that. Like, once it get in your pocket, it's leaving. So I feel like they need to redo their rules and regulations and policies to fit the people now. Like, I don't know how to work 60, 70 hours and still want to come home. I see why people was all negative and pissed off when they got home back then, and drinking and smoking and doing hard-ass drugs. Like,
they tired.
Right, they tired down.
Man, that's just like when I first started here or whatever. I come in this motherfucker like, good morning, motherfucker, like, what's good about it? Like, they burnt out all the years. They just over it. But they, you know, like you said, in this time, like during this period of time, like, we got so many more different streams to get incomes, whatever. They older. They ain't thinking about that shit. They ready to retire, so they want to finish up them little few years so they can move on. That's what their plan is.
And
which
then
is cool,
which is cool. But then you got the youth that's like, man, I can't work this every day. Like, I got shit to do. I want to go hang out. I want to, you know what I'm saying? They probably got friends that got their own business because it's so common now. You know what I'm saying? Now they got their own business, and you know, excuse me, I ain't gonna lie, I like traveling. Like, I'm big on traveling. I done been out of this state 3 times this year. So that 2 weeks that you giving me, that ain't enough.
I need the extendo.
Right. So it's like back then that was enough. Times have changed, and I think these jobs and these employers need to change and evolve with the times. Like people ain't trying to work themselves to death. Like I don't live to work, I work to live. You know what I'm saying? And once I'm done with the basic concept and I got a little money, I ain't trying to be here working no more.
I'm not working nobody 50 years plus 30 years. I didn't even know. I was talking to one guy on the way out today. He was like, "Oh, I gotta come back in here tomorrow." I'm like, "Well, how many more years you go?" He like, "Probably like a few more." I'm like, he's like, "I've been here for 37 years." I'm like, "What? 37 years?" I'm like, "You look good," cause he really do. But I'm like, 37 years.
That's like, longer than we've been living, you
right?
Know
like 37 years. Why? Like me being in this generation, it's like, damn, why?
Right?
Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't even have to. He don't have to do this no more.
And then it ain't like that. These 9-to-5s is making you rich. You ain't getting rich off that. You getting just enough to pay them bills and come back the next day. And the way that people be talking to you there, and the way they be trying to treat you at these jobs, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, we don't need you. If we, you know what I'm saying? If you don't want to be here, we can find somebody else. Who? Cause
we still need people. I don't see no applications getting pulled.
I don't see nobody coming in like that. And you know, some like with our job is very hard. You know what I'm saying, on the body. So it's like some people get there and think they can do it, and they really can't do it. Like they can't. Like it ain't just it ain't for them. You know what I'm saying? You toting on. That's like working out for 10 hours.
Yeah.
10 hours every day for 7 days a week. Up, down, you know what I'm saying? Squat.
And now turn, twist, all day.
All day.
Funky ass 10-minute break. What?
Right. 2 10-minute breaks.
Right, that's not even enough.
That's 20 minutes, and what you doing 12 hours?
Right, what that little 20 minutes gonna do? Oh, now I need a lunch too, paid. Like,
Right, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? And then don't let your ass be sitting there for a minute. He's was sitting there for 30 minutes. What was going on?
Don't worry about it. We're going to give you some more work.
Right.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Why can't we take a break and enjoy life, you know? Like, just give us time to woosah. You know, what they say about cutting it down to 5 days at one point.
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen. That's just a way to try to trick us. That's the trick of the enemy. Get motherfuckers all happy, thinking like, oh, yeah. Nah. Yeah, they do that, we're going to be working 16 hours a day. It's going to be over with.
Right.
Because they like, we got to get this out one way or the other.
And then it's always on your backs. Like, man, listen. I had a fool, like, I had to tell him, like, listen, my time is my time. Once I clock out, stop calling and texting me. You got to figure that out on your own, because I had to figure it out when I was there. You know what I'm saying? So you got to figure it out on your own, especially if I'm leaving the information that you need. You don't need to call me no more. And then it's like, once you get home, now you got to, you know what I'm saying, deal with your family. And I ain't going to say deal with your family like it's a bad thing, but you know what I'm saying, you got to deal with the kids, homework, baths, school,
dinner.
Then you got dinner, spouse, then they want to have their little me time, and then don't want you to have to do something in the bedroom. Then you like, by the time you look up, it's 11:30. Shit,
I gotta get up in a couple hours.
I gotta get up in a couple hours already. So it's like, damn. And
you
then
gotta do it all over again.
Right. And then if you don't spend that time, if you ain't with the kids, if you ain't with your significant other or whatever you got to do outside of work, then your personal life goes into ruins. How you think that feel when your personal life is in ruins and you still got to come to work and you still want me at 100% at work?
Right.
Like
mentally and physically.
Right.
They act like shit just don't happen. They act like outside that job, they act like everyday life don't happen. I could be stressed the hell out. You know what I'm saying? Right. I need a mental day. They don't want to hear that. Mental day, what's that? And that's important because, like, shit, we see the suicide rates and stuff. And most of the shit may be job related. They stressed out, trying to figure it out, trying to get it, trying to make a way for their family, trying to do this, trying to do that. And people just get tired. So I think they need to create something where, like how they give us the personal days and all that, they need to give us some mental health days. They ain't got nothing to do with my personal side.
You gotta go through so much. Well, have you tried this and have like we do got an EAP program, but it's like, you know what I'm saying. After I go talk to the counselors, then what?
Right.
Like after I talk to you one time, that ain't gonna help me. I'm still mentally exhausted.
And maybe I don't want to share with you. Maybe I know you can. I know I can fix my problem. I just need the time to get myself together. I don't have to go. I ain't saying that's not good to go speak to people because those who need it, please do so.
Right.
But, like, maybe I got it figured out up here. I just don't have the fucking time to execute my shit. Why? Because you are requiring me to be here and understand, yes, I did sign up for this. But, damn, compensate me more than just, of course I want my money. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, like, let me just have this, like, give me more. Or give me my 2 weeks, like you said, but then give me like 2 or 3 days. You know how some jobs, they give you your vacation, but then you have your little personal days you can use. Right. Give me my mental health days. Just that. If a motherfucker call for mental health, I feel like I shouldn't have to explain that. It shouldn't be I feel like if I need that, give me that. Because what good am I if I come in here and I got a fucked up attitude, cussing motherfuckers out, I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that. Now I'm pissing you off, the next person off, everybody else off. But if I recognize that early and be like, you know what, give me 5 hours. Can I come in a little later? Whatever the case may be. Just give me time. And I think
sometimes I understand, like, from their point of view, it's like, okay, so if we do get these mental days, then people gonna start taking advantage.
But that's why you limit it.
Right. Know what I'm saying? That's why you limit it. And then, because I know people at our jobs, soon as they get that annual leave or sick leave, it's gone.
Yeah.
They leave.
You know what I'm saying?
No, but I'm saying, they leaving early. They taking, you know what I'm saying, extra sick days, extra vacation days. It's just crazy. And then it's like
a whole year.
Right.
There we go. Hey, I don't get it. They can fire us quick as hell for, like, they'll say they can fire us quick as hell, but they really can't. They'll say that, but, like, you'll look around, you see that you haven't seen a coworker for over a year, then they walk back in with no documentation as if they didn't do anything. Just in here.
Hey,
motherfucker, where was you?
Right. Where you been? Your route for a whole 365 days.
And I call and say I got personal, because it's my personal business. I got to show you documentation, and you all on my back. I don't understand that.
I don't understand that neither.
I don't understand it.
If I'm saying it's personal, it's personal. Like, even on the paperwork where they ask you to have a comment, I don't feel like I have to have a comment.
Right.
Like,
sometimes if it's a good enough reason, because sometimes, they're like, nah, you ain't getting it. But I put it down if like, okay, I just want this simple day off, whatever. I got a doctor's appointment, Because sometimes they be bullshit, but most time, I don't know about other people, most time they approve my shit when I say something like that along them areas, or if I got something important to do. Yeah, I don't mind. But when it's personal, it's personal. I feel like they shouldn't be asking us for documentation for personal shit. That's crazy.
I feel like they should ask for documentation if you are known, you know what I'm saying? If you always calling off, if you always not at work, you know what I'm saying? Then I gotta be on you.
Yeah, or whatever.
If I gotta, like, you call off at least, I done seen people call off for like 100 days out of a year. For real. You know what I'm saying? 100 days out of the year. Now I got to be on your ass because it's like, dang. And I understand, like, what their point of view is. If you don't want the job, please, you know what I'm saying, remove yourself so we can find somebody that do want the job, or we can move it along, you know what I'm saying? But they be asking for just too much. Like, I'm in a management position. Get there at 7:30. I can work all the way up to 4:30. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like at 3:30, oh, we need you to stay to 6. Hell, I already planned my plans. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
I don't have nobody at home as of right now, but I don't want them to get into the, you know what I'm saying, the routine of, oh, I know she'll stay, even if I tell her at 4 o'clock to stay till 6. It's like, no, what if I got somebody at home? What if I'm doing something? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't never... Like, I don't want you to get into that routine thinking I'm going to stay every time you need me to stay. Or I'm just going to keep coming in on my NS days because I ain't got nothing to do at home.
Right.
I mean, I
don't got nothing to do at home.
I don't want to be here.
I should be able to, I shouldn't have to be required to stay every damn day.
Right. And then I don't want you to wait till the last minute to tell me to stay. Tell me to stay in the morning time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't wait till an hour before and be like, oh, yeah, we need y'all to stay. And then the fucked up part about it with us, what are we doing? What are we doing? So we just walking around here, wandering around. Like, what are we doing? Like, at least I know what y'all doing. Y'all have to stay to help somebody out or get something. But it's like, oh, yeah, make sure everybody come back. Well, where the fuck they gonna go?
Right.
Like, they gotta come back.
Well, we got y'all vehicles.
You got all our stuff.
Our cars are here.
They want to go home.
Right.
They got our stuff. They personal stuff here. They want to go home. Why wouldn't they come back?
Right.
And then they be like, oh, they be wanting to stay out. Eventually, somebody gonna be like, you know what? It's to the point I want to go home.
Right. It be to the point I don't care if I'm done before my time. If I'm ready to go, all right, I'm done. Fuck it. Bye.
And then it's like you said, I come in and I'm not in the right mind. I ain't at 100%, but you want me in here every day doing all these long ass hours. And I'm cussing people out, you know what I'm saying, about to swing on people, about to cause havoc, you know what I'm saying, in the workplace. then you ready to say, you know what I'm saying, I'm violent, you know what I'm saying, zero tolerance, you know, they need to get out of here. And it's like, bro, I ain't had no day off.
Right, been working 14 days straight. What you think?
Right. How you think I'm gonna feel? Like, I ain't getting no rest, and you know what I'm saying, that 8 hours sleep, that ain't no, you know what I'm saying, no rest. I'm talking about you going home, kicking your feet up, just relaxing, like that one day where you ain't gotta do nothing. You know what I'm saying? You might handle a little business here and there. You might politic with the family or whatever, but to just
right, like
to Rusa,
it ain't happening.
You ain't got that.
You ain't got that.
So now you at work like, oh, what you want me to do, man? No.
Right. I can't even make the damn bank. Can't make nothing.
Right.
Everything closed before we get off work.
It sure do. Then you be ready to cuss them out. And it's like, you know what? I can't cuss you out because
right. Unfortunately,
it ain't your fault. You know what I'm saying? Then you off your route. What was you doing way over there? Well, shit, since I can't take care of business on my free day, I take care of business on your clock.
Right. Everything closed.
Right. So I got to get, unfortunately, I'm on the clock when I got to get there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, we gotta help each other. You want me to do my part? I need to do what I gotta do for me too a little bit sometimes, man.
You can't get the better end of the stick all the goddamn time, man.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta fold, or sometimes you gotta take the short end. It just is what it is. But man, they need to go back in and re-regulate their policies and their rules and regulations, because you gotta be able to be, you know what I'm saying? I know everybody think it's all about money. It's about money. It's about money. It's about money. I mean, that's how the industry is driven. You know what I'm saying? By these companies, by the jobs that we have and provide for other people. But at what point in time do we start thinking about people's personal encounters and personal life? Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because that's when people start shooting up the jobs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then it's like, once you get done with using them for what you need them to use it for, you just, all right, you fired. We're going to let you go. We're going to give you this little servant's pay. If I'd have been there 50 years and you giving me $20,000, I don't feel like
What? Right.
$20,000 for 50 years. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, we got people in there for 30 years.
Right.
Strong. I seen one person in there. I was looking at the seniority list. Somebody been there since 1980. That's the top person, the number one carrier, 1980.
Like, come on.
Like, straight out of high school, bro.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't fault them. If that's what you want to do, cool. Do what you do. But like, damn. I mean,
it was different back then.
Yeah.
When back then, you got out of school, you got a good job, you know what I'm saying, you bought a house, you got married, you had kids. That was the, you know what I'm saying, that was the American dream. The American life, that was it. But the American dream has changed. You know what I'm saying? That ain't the American dream for everybody. I don't want to work a job all the time. Like, I'm ready to retire right now if I could.
Right.
But my goal to retire is 50. I'm not trying to be 60, 70 years old trying to retire. My body broke down. I'm hunched over. I can't enjoy it.
This is a fucking setup, as we already know. Because, like, we work, like you say, 30 plus some years. We see people, you hear what we talking about, you know? So we see people working almost damn near 40 years almost of their life. You know, they up there in age, of course, as well. So then, when they retire, shit, some of them don't know what to do with themselves because they work so much. Yep. But then some of them, they so used to moving all the time because we do work such a physical job that they lock up. They motherfuckers be dying, people retire and then be dying years like shortly after all that.
When I first started there, that's why it was like a lot of old heads that was still there. They were so scared of retiring because people that were retiring were passing away like within that year. And it's still been going on. Like, I know when I got there, one guy was there. He ended up retiring. The next year he passed.
See, I don't want that.
And people, and like the younger carriers was like, you know, whatever. But the older carriers was terrified. They like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to die.
I'm next.
We had one carrier, that man couldn't get 44 done. He thought that was the longest route in the office. And we was like, man, this man is going to die on this route. He did not want to retire. Finally, he retired. And I still see him around, but, you know, it's been only a couple of years. But a lot of the retirees, they if they don't get nothing else to do, they'll come back like during the Christmas season and start, you know what I'm saying, find some little dude like that. But most of them, they pass out. They pass away, you know.
Yeah.
We just had one recently pass away from COVID. And he ain't been gone a year. You know what I'm saying? And just imagine, he was fighting COVID at the office.
Man.
Then you go home, you retire, get COVID and pass away. Like,
all right, damn. Shit, I should have caught that though.
Then we had one, you know what I'm saying, that in the winter, during the winter, he was out, went home from work, was shoveling the snow and died.
Oh yeah. Didn't you have a heart attack?
Yeah. That was crazy. So it's like, damn, I don't want to be like that. I want to be able to.
I'm still able to percolate,
right,
and do my thing.
I want to enjoy life before, you know what I'm saying, I check out, you know what I'm saying. I don't want to be, I got you. My wife or significant other got to call my job and tell them, yeah, she gone, she kicked again.
Like damn, you just retired 2 days ago, motherfucker.
Right. Or you know what I'm saying? That. Well, is he gonna be here? Is she gonna be here? Because we ain't got nobody to cover her.
Right. Don't be in the hospital. That's sad.
Hey, they'll be like, let me talk to the doctor. Let me talk to the coroner. Right. I'm just gonna come down there myself. I'm gonna come down there myself and see what's going on. Like, what the fuck?
Like, damn. Really? Like, they just be like, that's crazy. Like, it's so selfish. Like, damn, you would think, like, with your good employees, you'll treat them better. Shit, it's the opposite. You a good employee, you finna get dogged. Man, they finna wear you out. I'm like, fuck that. I suck. Shit.
You know what? Next office I go to, I suck. I ain't gonna. I'm a Ted it. I'm Ted it all the way through. I'm not, man. It's a shame. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And these jobs, they need some type of better incentives to bring people in. Because nowadays people don't want no job. They don't want to be. That's tying people down to some shit that they really don't want to be tied down to. You know what I'm saying? You get in there, then they talking to you crazy. Then you got to spend your whole day in there. Then you got to ask somebody, another grown motherfucker, if you can have a day off.
Right, like what the fuck?
If I can have some of my personal time back.
Right. Can I go enjoy my life for a week? And then this motherfucker would have the nerve to say no if they felt like it.
Right, like, what? Oh yeah, we need you.
How?
My mental state of mind need me more.
Right, shit.
My significant other, right, my significant, and then that get into the relationships. Like, sometimes your significant other understand to a certain point, to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? They be like, I understand, we trying to do this, we got goals, we trying to move into this new house, we trying to move out of state, we trying to put the kids through college or some type of something. You know what I'm saying? They understand it. But then when it continues and it's keep prolonging and it, you know what I'm saying? Y'all keep, it's a continuing
12-hour days.
Right.
10-hour days.
So it's like, all right, now look, I'm gonna have to put my foot down. I feel like your job should be able to understand that shit.
Mm-hmm. We see what happened when get off the list. And motherfucker been walking around looking good, feeling good the whole time.
Right.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like you should be understanding to their spouse and their children's situations at home. You know what I'm saying? Some people gotta care for parents. You know what I'm saying? They got people that gotta care for at home and they doing 12 hours. Who has time to go home and care for somebody, anybody, for themselves, for that matter, after 12 hours of working?
Right.
And then you gotta factor in, it's 12 hours of working. Then you got an hour home. You got an hour there. That's 14 hours right there. Man. Then you got a shower. That's like, I'm going to give you like an hour and a half. So it's like, damn, your whole day.
Have dinner.
Right. Your whole day gone due to work.
Right.
So it's like, man, when do I get a day off?
Man, to just.
Without you even having an attitude because I want a day off.
Right. That'd be the kicker.
No, that really be the kicker. Especially when you got the days, you got the time.
Man.
The days are open, and they still be like,
how dare you want to go and
like, why you...
How dare you have something better to do than be here?
Right.
Or God, God take care of your responsibilities. Like, dang. But then they take care of their responsibilities.
Right.
Like our last ones. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't get our hair retwisted. We up in here busting our ass. They come here, motherfucking leg got the braids all down the back. never out of. Hey, I ain't never seen. Well, lied. Yes, I did. But not often.
Not often, though. They made sure, and then it was like they got to leave early. They got to do, and you're not telling nobody. And then it's like, the fucked up part is they'll call your phone and they expect you to answer. But then when you call their phone, they be like, oh, that was my off day. I ain't got to answer no phone calls, no emails, no text messages. Oh, okay.
So when I do the same thing, that means we don't have understanding, right?
I hit their ass with they emailed on that off day. You're not a boss here. Who are you? You're a stranger. Because if I can't contact you on your day off, you can't contact me on your day off.
Right.
You not the boss. Like, you ain't the boss of me anyways, but you ain't running shit but your mouth. So I don't have to respond to you. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes there would be an emergency. A motherfucker wouldn't respond at all. No emails, no texts, no phone calls, no nothing. Wouldn't respond to shit. That motherfucker post office can be burning down and wouldn't respond. Shit. So I feel like this. You can't send instructions on a Saturday if you off.
Right. What you talking about? And you can't even answer my question when I need you?
Right.
How does that work? But
and then I feel like this another thing. My personal phone number is my personal phone number. I feel like I should be the person to give my personal phone number out. You know what I'm saying? They don't feel that way. Mm-mm. They like, oh yeah, we gave such and such your number. Nah, okay. You and that person is blocked.
Cause you was so, hey, your phone start ringing like, who the fuck? I don't answer nobody. If your number not saved, it's not getting answered. Motherfucker hit you with the, hey shit, where are you? I need to. Who is this? And I feel like they gave me plenty of people phones, so they really don't give a fuck.
No, and you know what? I don't do that. Out of respect, if you call and I gotta send somebody out there to you, hey, is it okay if I give you your number?
That's how it should be.
You know what I'm saying? Or at the end of the day, we still people, we still human, we still deserve respect. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who you is. You know what I'm saying? That top tier or none of that. Like at the end of the day, I do need a job, but you also need a worker.
And some more too.
Right. Definitely. But I feel like, you know what I'm saying, that was another thing, you know what I'm saying, you call my phone, you get to talking, you know what I'm saying, greasy, or call or text. You talking crazy on my phone, I get to say whatever I want to say, especially if I'm off the clock.
Right. This my phone.
This my phone. This my personal line. And then if I didn't give you the number.
Right.
If I ain't give you, right, you should have got my number from me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if I ain't give you my number and you talk, or you calling me, I get to say whatever I want. How you mad?
Right.
What
especially
you mad
when it
for?
comes to SG, because like y'all design equipment that we can have for y'all to communicate with us. Why you still calling me?
Right.
Because you trying to have me do some shit that you know damn well. Like, nah, text me so everybody can know.
Said, right.
Like,
yeah. By all means. But I feel like if it ain't emergent, and sometimes I do reach out to people when they off because shit, I don't know. And I'll be like, I know you off, my bad, or whatever, you know. But I don't try to do it often. I don't try to do it every time you off. Like, fuck that. And even with the people that's my friends, like, you know what I'm saying, if y'all off, I don't be trying to hit y'all up even to see what, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. I know you out, you got your personal shit you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I just hit you, or I see you when you come back to work tomorrow, when you functioning. I feel like you off.
yeah.
You off. You're not obligated to answer no type of questions. Not about the job. I don't even want to talk about the job when I'm off.
Man.
When we out.
They say, no talking about the work in this group.
You know what? I said that first. But then she hit me with my own shit. Shut up.
I know. What you say? I said, you was like, down. She was like, somebody said, down. I was like, dang, G. She got you.
Because she tried to hit me every time we go out. I do not like this. When we go out, and it's all of us, they introduce me as the boss. This my boss. This my supervisor. Like, Gene, can you stop? You can say my name. I got a name. That is not my name. I'm not your boss. I'm not your supervisor right now. I am out here trying to see some ass. That's
right. What the fuck you talking about?
Right. I do not want people to know I'm a boss of nobody. It's my boss. No, I'm not.
Shit, man, you the dot. Shit, now get on your outside job. Go get them girls. That's little short mama. That's her job outside to go recruit. But nah, Well, we saying I hope y'all job is better than ours. We don't have a bad job. It's not a terrible job at all.
No,
It's just you just gotta deal with it little by little, honestly.
It's not a bad job. I don't want everybody to think, oh, it's a horrible job. I love my job. I like doing it. I like going in. I like getting it, you know what I'm saying, doing a public service and stuff. The pay is good. It could be better, but the pay is good. Excuse me. I think it just takes too much time out of the day. It stresses you out because it stresses your family and your personal, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be at work and then you got to come home and listen to your significant other like, damn, you always at work. We don't never get to do nothing. We don't never get to go out. You always if we do go out, we got to come in early because you got to go to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to go to bed all the time. It's like every weekend you got to work. Every weekend you got to work. Right. Every weekend.
The beginning of our week starts on Saturday.
Every
all
weekend.
Of that going out for the weekend thing, we make it happen still. Don't get it wrong. But, it's like we make it happen. But, like, it's like we can't be outside till, like, on a Friday night. We can't be outside 3, 4 in the morning. We can't do it. We got to go home and get some rest because we're going to be about.
Listen, we can do it.
Be outside.
But I promise you, we ain't
Half
shit
of
when
us
we
not making it.
We're never.
The Browns, you know who you are. We're not going to make it.
Hey, man. We be in there like, oh, my God. Listen, I don't even drink. And I be in there like, oh, my God. It's time to go home. Shh.
Man.
Can we be quiet? Library voices.
I learned my lesson one time about staying out all night to the morning and coming into work. After that one-time experience, that was a
you looked horrible, G.
I felt as I looked horrible. I had to pull over the truck like I can't do it. I'm in all.
We got dancers in the crew. Them dancers one time. Listen, them dancers. They was like, can you please not give us no extra work, cause my knees
are not like Megan. Stop going beyond. Hey, stop going beyond your bend point. Like, you can't do the hands on the knees all the time, man.
That was like, oh, my knees, I can barely walk.
Man, that ain't no joke. That ain't no joke. But when you got a job like this, you got to make the best of it. Because if you don't, you let it consume you, you will not have a life and you would be miserable, honestly.
You would.
And I think that's probably kind of for everybody. For those who do love their job and, their job treats them right. Because I know some companies who do. Right. I have not worked for Comcast, but I can personally say Comcast, they do a good job with their employees. From what I experienced, maybe it's just the manager of that certain store or whatever, but they do a great job of being understanding to their people outside life. And I think that makes, and I see, from a person like me just looking in, from the outside in, that makes them appreciate their job more. They come to work, they ready to go, whatever. They very professional, whatever, because when something's not right, they're not forced to stay on the floor, work on the floor, and just, like, battle through their differences as well as trying to communicate with somebody, Right. They like, okay, something going on? Come on forward, go take a break. Go take a 15-minute break or whatever. Okay, that don't work? Okay, go home for the day. Why? Because they understand you're not an asset. If your mind is all over the place and you dealing with somebody, you dealing with typing stuff and all that stuff, that shit, that isn't. Some people could push past it, but that's not good. Some people can't.
Some people could push past certain things, but certain things you can't push past. Like it has to be handled. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Or you need that time.
Right, and like I've seen like plenty of times like where this manager he's a great person in general. Like outside being a manager, he's a great person. I think that also comes in handy as well when you got a good person and they take that they characteristic on with their management, still making sure that things are running smooth and everything is up to par. But, just that caring side, I think that also played a role in it. But, like, just to, like, be like, hey, you having a bad day? I see you having a bad day. I'm not going to force you to do this. You know what I'm saying? Because you might have an attitude, snap on the customer. Now we lost business.
Right.
So, instead of that, how about this? You can go home for the day, And it's nothing it's nothing against you personally. But I need you to be at your best. In order for you to be at your best, I need to let you go ahead and go home and get yourself situated.
Right.
That's that. You can't actually. What the fuck? If our job was like that, I think we'd see more smiles in the morning.
Right.
I don't really see too many people like happy. You know what I'm saying? I see a great amount of us. But like, I don't see I don't see too many people.
We don't
just
have
happy.
that understanding there. We definitely don't. We don't got that understanding there. Everybody is really out for self. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about that bag, you know what I'm saying? Even with the companies, if I, tell you, I see you having a bad day. Go home. There. Well, why did you send her home? She needs to come back with documentation and this, and this, and that, and third. And it's like, bro, would you rather for her to go home and get herself together, or come in this motherfucker with a gun and blow all our heads off? Cause that shit is happening now. That's not a, you know what I'm saying, just a hypothetical thinking.
Right, happened in our city.
That shit, right. That happened like a few years ago. They fired somebody. Customer. Yeah.
I mean, angry employee.
An angry employee. He went home. He came in the next day and shot that motherfucker up. Guess what? We still had to deliver. We still out there delivering. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, we get off the street and we come in. No, it's crazy because you still got to go through it.
Right. And they don't understand, like, either way go, we providing the service. This is customer service. I interact with my people every day. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's good morning, if they have, like, a problem or whatever when I wasn't there, or if I made a mistake, whatever the case may be, I talk to my customers, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that they're good. So if I got a messed up attitude, the way I present myself may not be how I would have if I had my extra time. You know what I'm saying? I could be coming off snappy, and I got a lot of older people, so of course I control that. But you never know. I could have had a shitty ass day, and now I'm projecting that on other people. That's not cool.
And you know what? Think about that. Remember the dude that just passed when he was shoveling the snow? The crazy thing is, like, we got into it like a day before he passed. Mm-hmm. And so it was just like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Now you gotta reserve your anger. And I'm not saying I was angry, we was loud and doing all that stuff, but it was just like a back and forth, and it was like, sometimes it can be overwhelming. Like, stuff just be happening. Like, I be trying to keep my cool and be like, you know, get through it. This is professional. You gotta be professional at all times. But sometimes it be that time. Like, I just had one the other day I was telling you about when something happened. I was pissed. And I was just like, ooh, like, they getting on my nerves. I need a day off. And one of the carriers came up to me, had nothing to do with it. He just wanted some paperwork. And I was like, go ask your supervisor. And he was like, but you got the papers. I was like, man, if you don't go ask your supervisor. But, you know, I had to come back and apologize to him because it wasn't his fault. He had nothing to do with that situation. It was totally out of his hands. But it was just like, damn, you know, I was going through something. And you don't want that. Now, if I was out on the street, he probably would have never understood. You know what I'm saying? If he was a customer, I wasn't going to see him again. It would probably been weeks until I saw him. So just imagine him calling into the office. And he like, yeah, I just, you know, caught my mail lady and she snapped off on me. Mm-hmm. Now you ready to write me up. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? If I was at home or if I had the time that I needed to prepare and get, you know what I'm saying, get my shit together, I would have never snapped off on that person.
Right. Or while I'm out here, let me sit for like 10, 15, 20 minutes if I need it, whatever. Instead of be like, well, why you not moving? Well, damn.
Right. Let me get myself together.
Maybe on my little break, I got a phone call that, you know, fucked up my whole understanding. Instead of me leaving, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, let me gather myself so I can finish my work and then go ahead. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes people don't understand that. And they gotta understand, just like we need our judge, y'all need us. And at the end of the day, we all human. We all got different emotions and shit, and we all handle things differently.
Yeah.
So, hope we handled y'all well today, you know.
I know, yeah, like, I know, right? Fuck that job. It ain't always fuck that job because we do have good times. And I do want to say something positive about the job. I don't want to just always be negative about it. Like, this job actually helped me grow. You know what I'm saying? I ain't living check to check. You know what I'm saying? I can be able to pay my bills and still have fun. And then I met some amazing ass people at my job. So
yeah. We always give them a shout out even though they don't be watching. We gonna start checking their ass.
Right. But you know what I'm saying? Them our girls, them our home girls. Even that group of people, like I still met other people at the post office. That's just dope as hell. Like, they cool. Our postmaster, he cool. You know what I'm saying? He crazy as hell. He crazy.
He needs to fix his face though. Walking around there looking like that sometimes.
No, he said he told me today he got the face for radio. I said, you absolutely do. You absolutely do.
Well, in that case, guess that's
no, but I like going to work and your boss ain't harping over you and it ain't always like he play, but he's about business as well. Just like me, I play, I joke, and I talk shit with the employees, but I'm about business as well. When it's time to work, it's time to work. So it kind of eases up, it lightens the load, but you know we still there all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like that. I know that's not his fault, but it's like, damn, I be wanting to get away. I don't be wanting to be in here all the time. Man. But I do, like, sometimes on my NS days and I ain't got nothing to do, my off days, I be like, damn, I should have just went to work. Make a little money. But for people who are working a job, hey, man, this ain't, you know what I'm saying, we're not saying get rid of the job or quit the job, fuck your job. But I think the employers do need to take a step back and think, like, this a whole different environment than 30, 40 years ago. These people are not just, you know, one job, one mind, one track. These people are doing all types of amazing stuff. And it's to the point, like, you know, you got teenagers that's, you know, opening their own business and running their own business and stuff like that. So they're not even, you know, thinking about no 9 to 5. So, yeah, I think.
And that's good. Shout out to them.
Yeah, most definitely. But I feel like you got to reinvent yourself to get the grasp of the people. So instead of y'all going 6-7 days a week, you know what I'm saying, you might want to cut down. And even if you don't cut down, if you're going to go 6-7 days a week, I feel like you should get a second shift then, especially us. It should be a second shift because 10, 12, 13, 14 hours in a day, man, no, I don't need that much money in the world. I'd rather have my wife.
Sometimes I'm good.
Right, I'll pass.
Right,
I'll pass.
So I'll see in a minute.
I don't need to pick up all that, and I be telling them, like, ever since I became a title, I don't need that. I don't need all that money, and this thing, I don't have nobody to take care of but me. I ain't got no responsibilities but me. So all the little extra money that you trying to give me tax, Uncle Sam taking that shit. So for real, I ain't try to give him nothing extra.
Right.
So it's like,
you want to come on your day off? Not today. You don't want to make? No, I'm good. Shit.
Cause they thinking like it's gonna be in your pocket. Like, oh, you make all this money. No,
you gonna pay me tax? You gonna give me cash?
Right. Let me get that out your pocket under the table.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I can stay home and kick my feet up. You know.
Right.
Take me a little bubble bath, woosah, and just chill.
Woosah. Yeah, but most definitely. But shout out to the, you know what I'm saying, the workers out there getting your grind on, trying to get your bag. You know what I'm saying. Work is not, and shout out to the people that's entrepreneurs, you know what I'm saying? Work ain't for everybody. A 9 to 5 ain't for everybody.
It sure ain't for me,
you know
baby.
It's getting ready not to be for me neither.
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to y'all, you know what I'm saying? And keep showing us love, because we're going to keep showing y'all love, all right?
Peace. Thank y'all.